All right. Yes. My name is Marta Giacomoni. I am the founder and project manager, and at the moment I am the president of the association La Girobussola, which is a non-profit association based in Bologna, but working um, where it's needed, let's say. So and I make my I founded the association 10 years ago in October 2013, and since then I added a professional point of view about inclusivity. I said I added because my father is blind and my uncle too. So when I created the association, I started from my personal experience as the know-how to do something which I really wanted to do, and then of course professionality make you know that of course that the horizon is wider. And yes, the association right now is in the association right now works 4 people, me, two colleagues of mine, and my father as a volunteer. We mainly work on education, formation, we and consultants.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So and actually we have been done a lot of travels all around Italy, Europe, and even in South America and New York. So we have been traveling a lot, like creating a adapted trip for our visually impaired members.
Mhm.
So this was our main goals until COVID, let's say. After COVID, of course, we needed to change a little bit our
Mhm.
perspective, and so we decided to move over more about consultancy, education, formation, lecturing, and creation of tactile path in the museums.
Wow. Wow, perfect.
Okay.
And I think you answered that this other question. How did you begin your journey towards
I'm sorry.
accessibility? Because of
Sorry,
your
I didn't.
part? Don't worry. It's
Well,
perfect.
yeah, actually, I started, but I can't say that we started together. It means that my parents at the beginning, I was 23 years old, and I just graduated from completely other field. They weren't completely. They were a little bit worried about what I will do, because 10 years ago in Italy, not so many. Working about accessibility was.
Yeah.
A pioneer in things. I mean, not a lot of people did that. So yes, I started um, uh, having their support, but not their complete. They weren't completely aware about what I was doing. This happened later during the years, and so why I started, because of course um, lucky conjunction of events, which make myself and my first colleague, the co-founder,
Mhm.
to think about our city, Bologna, from a different point of view. So we found ourselves in the need to think about our city. How can our city be appreciated while you cannot base your visit on site? So which how can you appreciate it, the two medieval towers we have in Bologna, which are very famous if you cannot see them? Or what about the church? So we found ourselves thinking from another perspective, and we find out that we had the answers,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the point.
answers were appreciated. Then we thought that actually it could be an interesting opportunity even for other visually impaired people.
Perfect. And what are your strengths of your company?
Oh, well, flexibility, empathy, um, and I really like and methodology. I mean, I really think these are. Maybe are more than that, but yeah, because
The
we
strong
are
one.
very in contact with each other. We are very supportive each other, and we find out a way to think about the challenge we can face, having sharing a methodology,
Mhm.
and so we can solve a lot of different situations which actually are the daily base work in the association.
Good
I mean, we
point.
have to
Yes.
face very different things, and flexibility, of course. And
That's perfect. And do you think your approach could be transferred to other contexts?
yeah, I really think so, because that's actually what we do. Um, it's kind of hard for me to summarize what they are main activities for of the association,
Mhm.
because every day we work on different things, and sometimes and very often the different things are things that we have never done earlier. We have never done before. So it's kind of every day to get your toolbox,
Mhm.
see in the toolbox what can be used for such a task, but then create a new tools, because the task you never solved the task before, so you need to be, as I was telling you, like flexible in some time,
Mhm.
and creative. I really
Mhm.
think that creativity is very important when you are talking
Yes,
about
me too.
inclusion.
Me too. To create new things. Yes, obviously. And what obstacles and difficulties have you encountered in implementing your accessible practice?
What was no, the number, we are on the number 5.
Yeah,
Yes.
what obstacle? Yes, and
Well,
difficulties.
yes, the obstacles are financial, I would say.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, mostly are financial, because yes, we are association. We are not helped by
Hmm.
known bigger organization. So we based our work on our members and their contribution. Um, so it's always like a struggle. I
Yeah,
think that a lot of things we could do, we cannot do it because we don't get the money, or we don't have the money for doing.
it's a pity, but it's the reality. Yeah, obviously. And what role should public bodies play in supporting private structures so that they become more accessible?
Well, yeah, we are. If you are talking about money, we can stress it out this point again. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not just money. I think that public bodies uh, can can be like a, I don't know how to say in English,
Don't
but
worry.
can be, let's say, like mm, okay, if we want to escalate progressively, that's what our association does. But if we want to escalate exponentially, then is the where the public body must do their work,
Mm-hmm.
which means making, in Italiano is cassa di risonanza, is
Mm-hmm.
like a resonance box, is like the public body should uh, mm, make more visibility, let's say,
Yeah,
let's in this way,
I see. I see the point.
and be and even applying the laws which are still in the, because Italy has a lot of laws which protect, for instance, cultural accessibility, and Spain too, since the Convention of the Rights of People with Disabilities 2006. So but it's not always, like, it's not a priority, it's never a priority. Then the public body should even take care of making in fact what is a law still, like even not such a recent, because we're recent, because we are talking about more than 15 years ago.
Perfect. Don't worry. And the last one, if an outdoor and adventure tourism organization wanted to improve its level of accessibility, what would you recommend to do?
All right. I would recommend to start with educate themselves and make like for formation. I'm not sure if it is English, but
formation, sensibility. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
In order to be the one to understand what is still accessible in the activity, even before making any act. Sorry, it was confused. But what I mean, no, it was clear. What I mean is that usually are in any outdoor experience, in even like a walk in the city, in museums, there's a lot of things which are already made, let's say, for create a proper tactile path. I'm gonna be more specific, but if you are talking about like an outdoor experience, then you can have like materials, you can have rocks, you can have leaves, you can have the sound surrounding you, or I don't know, birds are singing and so on. No? So a lot of things are still there. You don't need to make any, let's say, effort, but the effort you have to make is about about being able to recognize what it can be appreciated for visually impaired people, and what can be coherent with what you are saying, and what can be important for the topic you wanna talk about during your guide experience. So I think I would start from formation in order to even give this kind of
absolutely agree. Yeah. Perfect. So I think it's okay. Thank you so much for your contribution.